Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our little bunnies here, our little kits. This is right at week 3. We got mom here chilling out, and the babies are doing great. Now we've only got 8 now. Well, I say only, that's still a lot of rabbits, but we did lose a couple, and there's the 8th one right there. But one of them, I think, probably died and the mom ate it, and then I found another one dead. Normally, if the mother has really good instinct, she will eat any babies that are, not doing well or gonna die or whatever. We got a few runts in here, but everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking healthy. This mom is definitely gonna be a keeper. I've got 3 that I got to get rid of that are just not doing what they're supposed to. Give her a little bit of a treat here. That's dead nettle if she wants it. Yeah, she's gonna nibble the flowers off. But babies are doing great. They're starting to get out and look around and chew on a little bit of food. So I think here probably another week I'll be able to wean them. But I'll pause right here and we'll go and get one of our rabbits from the litter of 3, and I'll just show you all the size difference. It's pretty incredible. All right, so here we go. I'm just gonna show y'all. Let's see if the mom here will let me. Look at the size of this guy compared to these little guys. Now that's from, these little guys are the litter of 10. And then this guy right here is from the litter of just 3. Now, considering, a lot of different factors, you've got, see if I can get this closed here, all with one hand. Be able to take this little guy back, get the camera turned, get my hand from covering it up. So this little guy right here, being from the litter of 3, well, it was really 5, but I had 2 that didn't make it. That's a really small litter. And so not necessarily something that we're looking for, but the difference between the smaller litters and the larger litters is that they get a real big boost from having more milk than your larger litters. But the thing you got to think about is feeding those does. If they produce less kits, that's in the end going to be less meat. Now there's going to be slower grow outs. There's a lot of math involved in that on what's going to be the best, but normally large litters, trying to grow them out fast. For me, just considering that I'm going to be doing a lot more with fodder systems and everything, I'm not going to be out much as far as feed goes. So when it comes to the feed and all that stuff, not really worried about, just how fast they grow out. They grow out a little bit slower, no big deal, from larger litters. So I'm going to start breeding for probably larger litters and take out all of the does that are not producing those large litters. I wanted to kind of do the smaller ones just because they did grow faster. That boost that they get from having their mother's milk, having more access to it than what your rabbits normally would that are in, say, a 6 to 8 to 10 count litter. And I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, really and truly, the type of systems that I'm wanting to do, they grow out a little bit slower, it's not going to matter to me. So I'm going to try to breed just for the big litters. So the bigger the better, the more that survive, the does that are really easy to breed. I'm not into the whole having to do all the tips and tricks for getting your rabbits to breed. I'm just going to keep the ones that breed readily and don't give me a whole lot of trouble. Same thing with the bucks, trying to get that, because I'm looking for something that's more and more low maintenance. Now I do like the New Zealand whites just because their growth rates are really good, and you get a really nice bone to meat ratio. You get some of the breeds that are a little bony, got big bones, not a whole lot of meat. So I really like the breed, but at the same time trying to get a strain of them that's just as low maintenance as possible, just because really that's what I'm shooting for. But the babies are doing great. This is week 3. Be here next week probably, separating some of them out, have them in cages, have some in rabbit tractors on grass. I'm gonna do some with grass and some fodder, and probably have them pellets and feeding them biochar, doing some experiments with that, just to see how fast we can get them to weight and everything. And stay tuned for that. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like. If you've got any questions or comments, leave those down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. I drop a video like this mostly every day. I appreciate all y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next one.